All right, everybody, we're about to get this show started, so you better tell everybody to hurry up. We're about to get this party started. All right. The first part of the festivities, we got to get out of the way, are the shout outs. You know, I love to do this. You know, I get my DJ on, and then DJs always get their shout out. So let me turn the jam down a little bit. Yeah. A little bit, maybe a little bit more. A little bit more. All right. So, big shout out to May the Alchemist, JP Nobody, Gemini. Big shout out to Monica in the house. Big shout out to the Urbanista in the house. Big shout out to the Truth in the house. Big shout out to Old Crust Salty Ass Unc Rocco, better known as Rico, in the house. Big shout out to Tiff in the house. Big shout out to Quita in the house. Big shout out to Tomas in the house. Big shout out to Chavon in the house. Big shout out to Venus Scorpio in the house. Got to get the show started. So started. Shout out to Kelly Goodman in the house. Gonna give the fellas something here to talk about. We're gonna go both sides of this. I'm gonna play the video. And then we're gonna go open mic. That's how we do it tonight. Happy life. Happy wife in the house. Happy life in the house. Bring you down.
Hello?
Hey.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name?
Angela.
Angela, where you calling me from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. How old are you? You told me you're 24.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
I work from home and I take care of my daughter. So I just work from home doing customer service.
Okay, customer service. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
November the 9th. I'm a Scorpio.
Scorpio. How many kids do you have?
1.
How old's your daughter?
She just turned 5.
5. Okay. All right, baby. This is Angela, North Carolina.
Wait. Was she?
1.
Oh,
How old's your
24.
daughter?
Okay.
She just turned 5.
5. Okay. All right, baby. This is Angela, North Carolina, 24. Scorpio, works in customer service. Has 1 child. That's 5. What kind of man you looking for, baby?
I'm looking for somebody to pay my bills and take care of me.
Where's the baby daddy? Why is he not doing that?
Well, I had her when I was young, and I mean, things didn't work out.
So what are you going to do for him in return?
Oh, for the guys going to pay my bills?
Out to Diamond Princess in the house.
And take care of you and your child. But
I'm gonna make his life happier. I'm a joyful person. I like to laugh, and like I don't know. I just make his life easier.
You like to laugh? You're gonna be a comedian for him?
No, but I'm gonna be someone like to make his life less stressful.
How? He's paying all the bills to take care of you and your child. How are you making his life less stressful?
By doing what he wants me to do.
So whatever he wants you to do, you'll do?
Yeah.
3 times, you're down.
Yep.
Clean the house up, you're down.
Yes.
Have sex with his friends, you're down.
No.
You just said you're gonna do whatever he wants you to do.
I mean,
Sounds strange, but some dudes are like that. But let's keep it going.
Reason, I'm pretty sure he won't ask me anything
out
of the norm, but
I know plenty of men who be asking. I don't know what world y'all be living in, la la land, but it's real out here in these streets. When you come in saying you're gonna do whatever he wants you to do, as long as you pay your bills and take care of your child, you don't know what you're saying.
You're right. I agree.
So why does he have to take care? You don't want to work anymore?
No, I don't want to work. I just feel like the type of woman I am. I'm beautiful. I can cook. I can clean. I got my own cleaning business. I'm working on getting my culinary license and all the above. I mean, I know it takes more than cooking and cleaning to be a good woman, but I just feel like I'm housewife material. I don't feel like I'm one of the women that should work a 9 to 5 or come home and cook, from work. I want to be at home all the time. I want to be taken care of. I want to be pampered and all the above.
Could he have other women?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, as long as I know about it. I mean, I really don't care because, honestly, we're going to share these men involuntarily, so I might as well share them, voluntarily, honestly. I mean, they're going to do what they want to do regardless, honestly. I mean, I just came to the point where I've just, accepted that. That's fine.
Oh, okay, so she doesn't care if he has other women. Does he have to look a certain way?
Yes, not out of shape, not overweight, not obese. I like
Who's in the house?
skin,
Woo said it
bald,
in the house.
preferably, with a beard. Or you don't have to be bald, but just like a grown man, a grown dark chocolate handsome black man.
So you're 24. What's the age range you would date?
I would say 30 and up.
30 and up. Does he have to live in North Carolina?
No. I mean, he can fly me out.
So he does have to fly you out if he doesn't live in North Carolina, though.
Correct.
Could he have kids already?
It doesn't matter.
So if he flies you out, should he expect sex or this just the meeting in person?
He can expect whatever he wants to expect, honestly. I mean, you can't control somebody's expectations.
This is true. So let me ask the question more directly. Are you going to have sex with him if he flies you out?
Depending on how he treats me, it may be a possibility, but I'm not just trying to find somebody to have sex with for something in return.
Well, so would you buy your own plane ticket or you're only going if he buys your plane ticket?
I'm only going if he buys my plane ticket because a man that's going to fit in the category of the man I'm searching for is going to do that.
Okay, but this is true. I'm just trying to make sure I get all the questions for the man that's watching to understand. So, right. But also you were saying before the things that you desire, you're willing to do whatever. So in this courting stage of getting to know him, he still has to pay, but you're not really automatically giving him whatever he desires.
If he automatically exactly gives me what I desire, we can do that.
Okay, so I guess the clear question is, if you meet a guy, he doesn't live in North Carolina, he has to fly you out. You can expect sex, but there's no guarantee. But the only way to meet her in person is if you fly her out.
Absolutely. Unless we FaceTime. I mean, but other than that, I'm not buying my plane ticket to meet a man.
Okay. Do you want more kids?
In the future, yes. I want a big family. I want at least 5 minimum. That's always been my dream, to have a big family.
Is your goal to get married or just to cohabitate with each other?
I want marriage.
You want marriage. Mm-hmm. But you're saying he can still have other women. You're fine with that.
Well, I guess I don't want marriage. I don't know. I guess at this point in my life, I'm just wanting to have fun, honestly. And I know it sounds silly, why do you want to, settle down when you get, all worn out and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know.
And what's the age range you want to date? You said 30 and up. All right, let's do the Kendra cam.
Okay. Oh my God. All right, I kind of look.
This body better be everything. Now, you said you ain't working. You or your child. So this body better be one of them bodies. Hold on. Oh, you still got a good body. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad body. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, I just like.
Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Enough to take care of me. That's all I care about.
Okay. I should have asked you this in the beginning. Wipe your camera. Someone just said.
Yeah, I need to do that. I'm sorry.
Should have said that in the beginning.
Okay. That's way better.
It is way better. I want you to camera one more time.
Sure. I'm not.
All right. You don't have a bad body.
I know I don't have a bad body.
Woo! She said, I know I do not have a bad body. Okay. All right, so Angela, North Carolina, 24, Scorpio, customer service, 5-year-old, 30 and up. She's making it clear she's looking for a person to take care of her and her child. She's not trying to work, and that's what it is. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship is been a few months ago. I say around 4 or 5.
4 or 5 months ago. All right, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Like 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay. So why do you think you're single, Angela?
I'm single now because I don't really recognize when I have a good man in my life. I've had, my dream man. I don't know. I kind of have this.
I'm gonna stop this right here. All right. Welcome, Happy Life. Welcome, Diamond Princess. I'm going to need more women up on the stage because I am not talking about women, about the situations with women by myself. I know that. So let me get that out there.
Gemini, come on.
She'll be up in a minute. So I just wanted to run that through because I just wanted to get observation on this. I wanted to come up with a scenario that would allow manosphere dudes to try to get their point across. And this is pretty close to it. This is pretty close, right?
Not really. And the reason I say not really is because she's young and she has one child, and she's saying all the things that they want her to say, as far as she doesn't care if he has other women, that she's willing to cook and clean and do whatever he wants outside of sleeping with his friends. She said she wanted to have, she would be willing to do threesomes. So she's not exactly what they're talking about when they talk about single mothers, but for us as women, she would fit the bill because she's not being realistic about what she wants. And then on top of that, she said she doesn't know how to choose. She doesn't know when she has a good man in her life. So in other words, she's going to get more Pookies and Ray Rays to hit her up because she's already admitted she doesn't know what she's looking for herself. She doesn't know how to determine if someone is good for her or not.
Would you say she's setting herself up for failure?
Oh, yes, sir.
Absolutely.
That's her lifestyle.
Diamond, what are your thoughts?
I
And to be honest with you, I'm kind of over this whole situation of women coming on other people's podcasts to give dating advice because you should already know what you want as a woman without having to come and ask somebody about a man when you should already determine what kind of man that you want without asking somebody. And this is the problem with Black women. I think we're so insecure that we don't even know what we want ourselves instead of just working on ourselves and trying to uh, improve what we got going on. But I don't know. It's like we just making ourselves look silly when we come on these podcasts asking questions, telling people what they want. They're not these podcasters' business what type of man you're looking for. Like these people give them the wrong advice, and we wonder why we can't get what we want because we're listening to the wrong people. So that's all I have to say on that.
Well said. Um, my opinion, I'm not going to give an opinion on uh, this young lady because
No. You got to give an opinion.
my thing. Okay, my thing is this. This is my thing. Okay, and I already set up a video for it anyway. So I do agree that she is setting herself up for failure. But I would not advise her to do what she's going to do because she's going to end up in a situation like this. It's my bad. Hold on.
I'm calling from out Washington State.
Washington State. How old are you?
Y'all remember him? Here we go.
I am 54.
Let me make it clear. I believe the young lady you just saw, the young mother in the video before, will end up with somebody like this.
54. What do you do for a living?
I am a airline cargo supervisor.
Airline cargo supervisor. You have any kids?
I have 4 kids.
4 kids. Okay. How old are your kids?
I have 2 older children that are with my ex-wife that are 34, 31. And then I have 2 younger ones that are 4 and 8.
4 and 8. Same. How many women?
2 women.
2 women. The woman that has your kids, 4 and 8, same woman?
Yes.
Why are you not with her?
Too young.
Too young?
Yup.
You had 2 kids by her though?
Yeah.
You
And
learned a lesson?
Yes, I did.
All right. Okay.
That's who she's going to get. Somebody just like this. Because you think about it like this. You think anybody who's, let's say a man in his 30s, we'll go as high as the 30s. She's 24. A man in his 20s is probably not going to be able to just, unless he's done well for himself, which unfortunately that's not the case in that age range. He's not going to be doing well. Now, a man in his 30s, he might have that kind of money to support a woman like her. The only problem is that he may not want to. She's cute, she's pretty, but I mean, if you're in your 30s and you got it going on, you got women that look better than her as an option. So that I will say.
I jump in real quick. I'll say this now. To be fair, I would rather have women get it in their teens and in their 20s. But once you turn 25, you better have that.
Get what in?
Like get their whole face in, you know. And then in their 30s, I think they need to.
What happened? Okay.
I don't
So
know.
anyway, just I guess after we get Happy Life back up, um, Columbus Hill says, but Grandpa said he doesn't want them too young. Well, apparently he did at first, because that's the person. You are correct. You are correct. You know you did your homework. He said that at first, but I mean he did say that, but
He was 46 and she was 20.
no,
Children that
48.
are with my ex-wife that are 34, 31, and then I have two younger ones that are 4 and 8.
4 and 8. Same. How many women?
Two women.
2 women. The woman that has your kids, 4 and 8. Same woman.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
Her.
hold on.
Too young.
Too young.
Yup.
You had 2 kids by her though.
Yeah.
That is some stupidity on his side. If he was 48 when he dated a 19-year-old woman, there is nobody else to blame but yourself, sir. But I will say this. She is exactly how this man explained his ex.
Siobhan said he was dating his son's girlfriends.
Basically.
But the
Basically.
Siobhan, you
I
something
know
else.
men don't like to hear this, but she in comparison, she was a 19-year-old child. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In comparison to him, I get that men love to say when you're 18, you're grown. But the fact of the matter is a lot of 18 and 19-year-olds aren't even leaving home. Let's face it, it's some 19-year-olds that are still in high school just graduating. So they love to pretend like these 18 and 19-year-old is ready when in actuality you're creeping on them.
Right.
You have nothing in common with a 19-year-old as a 30-year-old man. And I'm saying 30 and up, you don't have anything in common with a 19-year-old unless you're socially and emotionally delayed.
Yeah,
Exactly.
ain't no way you controlling her. No way.
Yeah. And we I guess we went over bodies yesterday. Scott says not necessarily expecting a virgin, just don't want a 3 or 4. The only problem is that that's down to the individual, not really the age. But yeah, I agree. It's funny to me, but I told you my story about that yesterday, which was ironic, but hey, that's how I'm going to leave it. Everybody, you're going to have to check out yesterday's show if you really want to see what I said about the virgin theory. So basically, she is who he dated. He dated her. It's quite apparent.
Well, we're not saying that literally. It's just we're saying figuratively. This is the
Right.
type of woman that he dated.
Exactly. It was Princess that dropped off. Okay. Hopefully she'll come back up. Let me put another link in the chat. Anybody, feel free to come up, talk about this. It's also open mic. It's open mic and open link. If you have a link or an example you would like to drop, it's all good as long as it's not, one of those kind of links. So anyway,
I was interested to see what her age range was, what the age range she wanted to date.
yeah, let's double check. Let's go back to her.
Okay. All right, baby. This is Angela, North Carolina, 24, Scorpio, works in customer service. Has 1 child that's 5. What kind of man you looking for, baby?
I'm looking for somebody to pay my bills and take care of me.
Where's the baby daddy? Why is he not doing that?
Well, I had her when I was young, and
I have to admit this. When I was young, I like kind of how she moved on from him and not sat on her, because she's smart for doing that. And I'll tell you why, is because her goal is to get a dude, not tell her life story. So I do respect her for that. But that's one thing we have to stress out there, was that just because you're young doesn't mean you're supposed to obviously she's making it sound like he was a mistake. I'm not saying her child was a mistake. I'm saying the man was a mistake. So that's all I have to say about that. Diamond or Gemini, do you guys want to jump in, or Happy?
Siobhan said that her age range was 30 and up. So
Okay.
of course, now she would do good to get a 30.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure, when I finish. She would do well to get a.
Hello?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Diamond?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
It's
Okay, hold
my
on one
phone.
second. Diamond, hold on one second. Go ahead, Gemini.
She would do well to get a 30-year-old that perhaps is mature enough to give her the lifestyle she's looking for, but more than likely she's going to get some old creeper and she's not going to know what she's getting into, and she'll end up with with two more children. Then she'll have three children under her belt, and she'll be a single mother again.
Okay, let me kick some shout outs real quick. Phyllis is in the house. It's funny because it's True is in the house. Scott Haywood is in the house. Tiff is in the house. May the Alchemist is in the house. Siobhan is in the house. Truth is in the house. Tomas is in the house. Strum is in the house. Let's keep going. Okay, Diamond, did you want to say something?
I would like to say something.
Wait a minute. Let's wait for Diamond. I think.
Okay.
Diamond, are you getting your mic together? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let him go. It's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it? You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If I was her, I would get it in my like teens, my 20s, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll get fit for a high value man, have that baby, and like call it a day. Cause this is just ridiculous at this point.
Sir, you're talking about a woman just going out there being free with her body and then expecting somebody to wipe her up. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you're still coming from a male perspective. And that's not something I would advise any young woman to do.
No, I mean, woman can feel free. I'm just saying, like to let her life progress. You know what I'm saying? To have a healthy lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm coming from.
Okay, because I wasn't understanding your definition of get it in. So I didn't know what you were saying.
Yeah. What do you think, DJ?
I can't really think for women, but more than likely.
No, I'm talking about what I said.
You have to define what you mean by get it in.
Like, how women get it in, like, having sex and stuff, go out, party, do their thing, and then eventually I'll get ready for a good lifestyle. And then,
Okay, I just want to make sure I understood. Me myself, I would disagree with anybody of either sex getting it in. I think when you're in your early 19s and 18s, and sorry for sounding like a PP police or a Scrooge, but basically I think everybody should be getting it in either the gym or in college, and not sexually. They should be getting their knowledge in. That's just me, though. I'm just old crony. So, that's why I can't really give you an opinion on what I think women should do, because unlike the men in the manosphere, I don't want to tell women what to do. But if I have to be forced to give an answer, I think everybody, both women and especially men right now, should be getting in their career. Let me make that clear. It should be getting in your career, getting it in your career. If you're having more sex than reading books, you got a problem.
I agree.
So let me keep playing this.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do for him in return?
For the guys to pay my bills
And take care of you and your child. But
I'm gonna make his life happier. I'm a joyful person. I like to laugh, and like I don't know. I just make his life easier.
You like to laugh.
You actually nailed it right here. Scott says, as if there's hordes of well-to-do men waiting for them to make it through the phase before wifing them up. Absolutely. There aren't that many, especially black men. Especially black men. It's nobody. We're not blaming women. I'm just saying that your odds are. Life is all about, in my theory now, and what I learned now, is life is all about odds. What are your odds? I mean, it's only fair to a point and logical to a point that men that are supposedly what they call high value, which is bullshit. The whole thing's a bullshit to me, but I'm saying it because everybody understands what it is. You have to understand that they have options, and you don't want to hoe phase yourself out of those options, out of being an option for somebody, because they can choose to be picky. If a well-to-do man in his 30s is probably in any race the highest value man, regardless of anything, unless they have some type of some weird something they're not doing right. But we're talking about well-to-do men, and what I mean by well-to-do men is not just financially, but I mean physically and emotionally. See, the problem is that women overall, in my opinion, in my stupid opinion, I don't think I should be even telling you all this, but if you want my damn opinion, fine, I'm going to give it to you. There's just not that many top-notch dudes, and top-notch dudes are going to be fucking picky. Okay? And I mean top-notch dudes. I'm talking dudes that are going to be loyal to you, are in good shape, are mentally stable, financially stable, and supportive, and all that. I mean, you're talking about a very small portion, and that's why there's no way around it. You're going to have to look at the whole field of men, and just not black men. It's just there's just not enough of those men going around. So because the thing is this, obviously she got it in because she has a child. Okay. So for younger women, I would let's, and I'm saying this as I'm going to say this, if you were my daughters, and most of you could be, I would really tell you that you need to just focus on books and your career. Definitely not a husband, because men around your age, if you're younger, if you're around her age of 19 to 24, there's really no viable men. All they'll do is later on say the same thing. I was young and we grew away from each other, that kind of bullshit. Don't get me wrong. Men have made it work, but I don't know if those days are still around. Scott, I believe Scott was lucky enough to be one of those men who did marry young. And sure as hell, in this one I will put 10 toes down on, is do not be a single mother in your early years. At least give marriage a try first. And that's how you should think. That's how you should think about it. When you date somebody, the first thing you should be asking yourself is, after getting to know the person, is this really somebody you want to have a kid with? Because let's not be dumb. The odds are there's a very good chance it may just happen. And then where you at? You're exactly where this woman is right here. Let's listen to what she said before.
Her when I was young, and I mean, things didn't work out.
So what are you gonna do for him in return?
It didn't work out because she didn't vet the guy right. She didn't vet him. And it happens. Shit, I sure as hell didn't vet very well in my past, so I can't say anything. But all I can do is just point out that obviously vetting does work. So, that's all I have to say. I'm not going to sit up here and give everybody a speech about a life that you're living, not me. So, anybody, feel free to jump in.
Oh, I don't know. Like these podcasts, they're just making money off of humiliating folks, and on top of that, these folks are just coming on and embarrassing themselves because they're just giving away information that nobody needs to know. So, and Kendra G, I don't know much about her, but she seems to come off to me as a mammy that's trying to be genuine, or trying to be ingenuous or something like that.
Ingenious.
Uh, I'm sorry, I'm getting my words misconstrued, but she's not honest with herself. And does she even know about relationship? Is she married? To give any advice or anything? Because I'm kind of confused of where this woman came from.
I'm sorry, say again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure can.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, is she trying to become the next Kevin Samuels? Because
Go ahead. The opinion I have of her is like, yeah, I think she's leaning towards that way because she used to not be this much as far as this much manosphere-ish, if you know what I mean. She's trying to speak for manosphere men, which to me is a mistake but at the same time, I'll tell you why she has to do this. But the reason she's trying to appease to manosphere men that this is what they're looking for, but which is stupid because the manosphere are failed men. They're failed men. So why would you want to send women over to failed men? But that seems to be all that she has on her show. So maybe I don't know, maybe it's just the people that she comes on here. But if you look at her show, and it's weird too, because I would say maybe 1 out of every 5 men that are on her show are really viable, decent men. The rest, they got some weird, they're either pookies, they're broke, they got a bad temper, they're controlling, it has helped to, in my mind, prove to me that there's just not that many good men out there right now for women, even if the women were good. So that's why when men complain, I always say, well, you have to be what you're asking for, and most of them aren't. Like the old crony. He wants to act like it was a 19-year-old girl's fault that he jumped, he married her. 48 years old, and blamed everything on the young lady, which we will hear later, because these are very two complimentary videos that I have bumped into. Men always say, yeah, we're the leaders and everything like that. Then they want to whine about, oh yeah, she did this, she did that, but I thought you were the leader. When you lose, you lose. When you lose, you lose. Just take the L. Just take the L. I need to get some shout outs out the way. Like to shout out to Truth in the house, Monica in the house, Brownie, Ellie in the house, Big Cap is in the house, Leia is in the house, Melinda is in the house. Pumps in the Bump is in the house. So, anybody, if you want to disagree with me or anything, feel free. I'm open-minded about this. So,
I don't think I disagree with you on anything. I just want to know, why is this lady giving like the wrong advice to these women? Like, who is she? Is she happy in her life? Like, why is she giving single women advice that she probably don't even stand on?
that's a good point, and it probably is because it's entertainment, and that's all I have to say. It's probably just entertainment.
It probably is, but I don't find it entertaining when a woman is trying to put down another woman. That's, to me, is just strange. Just to get views.
Yeah, that's they views. Views are the new drug. You know what I mean? Views are the new drug.
I
So
want to be a surprise if they're on drugs. Like,
true.
Can I jump in?
go
Sure
ahead.
can.
Yeah, Diamond. So basically, yeah, Kendra's trying to copy Kevin, and she's just doing it just to get views and money. So if people want to make fools out of themselves, they can go ahead.
Yeah.
I will say this: I kind of disagree with everybody as it pertains to Kendra, because it's not as though she's already more famous than Kevin Samuel in her own right. You see what I'm saying? That he has social media fame, and she's a local celebrity, and she's already rubbing elbows with people like Beyonce and other entertainers.
Yeah,
So
she's been doing that for a long time because she was a
exactly,
radio host. Yeah.
yeah.
But it's still the thing is views are still a drug. She just like any other channel, views are very important. So the thing is this is for some reason it seems like to me she decided expressing a man's point of view, and my statement is that instead of using a general man's point of view or a real high value man's point of view, she used the high value man theory from Kevin Samuels instead.
But she's also brought I believe two, if not three of her co-workers on, and they're supposedly high value man. One was a white guy, and they basically said the same thing that she's saying. I'm not,
Well, that just tells me that if they respond to Kevin Samuels with positive energy, then they're just as weak as he is
I mean,
or was.
I'm not saying that they aren't. I'm just saying that I don't think that she's trying to be like him, in a sense that she's trying to take over his
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so. I
That's all
never
I'm
said
saying.
that. I never said that.
I mean, but it was said on the panel, not you. But I'm just disagreeing with everybody up here who had something to say in terms of that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not promoting her. I'm not saying she's the best. I'm just giving facts.
Okay.
For the guys gonna pay my bills
And take care of you and your child. But it's
I'm gonna make his life happier. I'm a joyful person. I like to laugh, and like, I don't know, I just make his life easier.
you like to laugh. You're
older.
gonna be a comedian for him.
No, but I'm gonna be someone like to make his life less stressful.
How? He's paying all the bills, to take care of you and your child. How are you making his life less stressful?
By doing what he wants me to do.
So whatever he wants you to do, you'll do.
Yeah.
3 times, you're down.
Yep.
Clean the house up, you're down.
Yes.
Have sex with his friends, you're down.
No.
You just said you're gonna do whatever he wants you to do.
I mean, within reason. I'm pretty sure he won't ask me anything out of the norm. But
I know plenty of men who be asking. I don't know what world y'all be living in, la la land, but it's real out here in these streets. When you come in saying you're gonna do whatever he wants you to do, as long as you pay your bills and take care of your child, you don't know what you're saying.
You're right. I agree.
So why does he have to take care? You don't want to work anymore?
No, I don't want to work. I just feel like the type of woman I am. I'm beautiful. I can cook. I can clean. I got my own cleaning business. I'm working on getting my like culinary license and all the above. I mean, I know it takes more than cooking and cleaning to be a good woman, but I just feel like I'm um, housewife material. I don't feel like I'm one of the women that should work a 9 to 5 or come home and cook, from work. I want to be at
This sounds like she is low class. Like I believe that the women that she's getting is very low class because it sounds like it because this is not making any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, she's not. To me, she's not really representing herself very well right now. Um,
Does anybody else want to say anything? Gemini, is she
Nope,
there?
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
home all the time. I want to be taken care of. I want to be pampered and all the above.
Could he have other women?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, as long as I know about it. I mean, I really don't care.
welcome to the stage, JP.
No, what's up, man? No, I
What's
was joking
good?
in the chat, man. I was joking in the chat. I said I would go on Kendra G show and shoot my shot. Then, okay, then Melinda told me to chill out. So, I'm going to be a good boy, Miss Melinda. Calm down. I'm not,
No,
Do
yeah.
you really want Kendra, JP?
Wait. Let me say something real quick. Y'all, come on now. We gotta. If somebody's just gonna say a joke or something, you can't be getting on them for that. Anybody, and I'm talking to everybody in the chat. We're supposed to have some fun up in here too. So I understand if you missed the sarcasm or whatever. I can understand that, but no, this ain't church. If somebody want to crack a joke, they can crack a joke. But let's, as
oh, no,
vulgar.
DJ. This was more like one of them Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock type of jokes. It's like it's a joke, but it's kind of serious, low key. But
True.
you got to
But she
hide it in
said
the joke or
she
something.
said wait. Melinda said she didn't say for him to calm down.
Oh, no. I'm just
Oh,
bantering.
He's just joking. Okay.
I'm just bantering and teasing back and forth a little bit. That's all.
Okay. No, we
Nah.
gotta have fun up in here. So we gotta have fun. Never be sorry for cracking a joke, or something like that. Now,
No.
we have cupcake in here every night. So that you're lightweight compared to him, JP. Come on now.
Oh no, man. I mean, it wasn't even like an offensive, Kendra G show. I would show up and shoot my shot at her. She'll be like, "Hey, what you looking for?" I'm like, "You."
Hey, why not? She's a pretty woman, Why not?
Oh yeah, very good looking woman. Very good looking. So I told Melinda, look, I need to see at least one crow's foot before I think about stepping. All them.
I
But
hear that.
the young lady below her, she's real pretty too, but 24, I don't know. It's a little young or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, in the house, we have also May and Melinda on stage.
Hey, how's it going? How's
What up,
everybody?
May?
Hey, I'm not coming up here to talk because I don't want to get slaughtered, because I know if I share my super conservative thoughts, everybody in here beat me up. So I'm not coming here for that.
No, I'm sorry, May. I'm sorry, May. You got to get beat up. You got to get beat up just with me too. So go ahead.
No. I'm not gonna share my thoughts because I want to keep friends with everybody. So I'm gonna be quiet. But what I was wondering, huh?
Okay.
But look, but what I want to do is come and say, I think there's an elephant in the room, a big fat elephant in the room.
May, speak your truth. We want to know.
Yeah. Okay. The elephant, I think, is in the room. I think everybody's cautious and people are not really saying it. But what we are trying to do, I think, I'm not sure, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, is we're really trying to get down to the get down, because everybody got something to say in the red pill and the manosphere about Black women being baby mamas. Now, we know it takes an absent father for a woman to be a baby mama, but nobody talks about that. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of women here, and we don't know who has kids and who doesn't. And it's kind of difficult to say it, But it is an issue. And, we started talking about that the other day, the whole sacredness of the womb, women, like, taking responsibility for our actions and the consequences. And I think it's not about this girl. Like, she's an introductory video, but it's not about her. It's not about her or Kendra G. We're kind of just like tap dancing around it, because I think all of us know that the real elephant in the room is Black women, our responsibility to ourselves and the society at large.
Stop you, because you're getting ahead of the game.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know where we were going.
We're going there. We're going.
Okay, we was on the girl for so long about
her,
so.
What you said, you were right. She is introduction, but we are going there.
Okay, we are. Okay,
she's a soft entrance.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go down. All right.
No.
No,
May, don't.
no, you gotta say.
Y'all want me to get beat up? Why?
Oh no, May. I mean,
don't you go nowhere, May.
I ain't gonna have no friends, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna like me. Don't do that.
No.
No, wait. If I have friends still, you will.
Wait,
my God.
Wait, May. They have to jump me first, because I'm sitting in front of you. I don't care what you say. I'm sitting in front of you.
Okay.
DJ Torch, I wasn't. JP Hives didn't say that right.
No. It was just a joke. It was just a joke.
I say it
man.
like I write it.
Man.
It says stop, and I was laughing like. Oh,
I know.
Okay.
I know.
We good.
All right. Okay.
Oh no, we good, Melinda. How you doing, by the way? And May, no, man. I mean, who knows? I mean, if you come out with your conservative views and all that, Big Pearly might show up with a paycheck or something. You can expand, diversify your portfolio and everything.
Oh Lord.
Oh. Hey, I don't know. You can be made the grifter, the red pill grifter, basically.
No, I ain't going red pill. I'm just.
She's not political with it. She's talking about other stuff.
Oh yeah, but she's an alchemist, though. I mean, isn't alchemy about transmutation and sublimation?
It is. We're gonna talk about that another day. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, I'll be quiet now.
No, you're good. I'm just.
You know, JP will nerd out on us, and I love it, but not right now.
Oh, okay. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
Hey, y'all.
Hello. Urbanista is in
Welcome,
the house
Urbanista.
and on the stage.
I guess I'm not afraid to say this, and I'm just going to say what I think, and then I'm going to drop off. But it bothers me that so many young women feel like they have to have a man come in.
Hello?
Oh no! Wait, where'd she go?
Urbanista, are you there?
Yeah. Can y'all hear
Okay.
me?
We lost you for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just going to say what I'm thinking, right?
You know what? The internet people are making me mad.
I know they don't want this to get out. Urbanista, let us know when you're back.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. There you go. Okay, we can hear you now.
Maybe it's my house. I'm sorry. What I was just going to say is it bothers me that we have so many young women that feel like they have to have a man come in and save them. And that's what it sounds like this young lady is saying with this. I get people, life happens. She has a child. Wonderful. But it's your responsibility to take care of your child and take care of yourself. And I don't think that you should be going into a marriage to get someone to take care of you, right? You should be going into a marriage to partner with someone. So the ideology around, well, let me just find a man to come and take care of me and save me, that bothers me. So I'll drop down, but that was what I wanted to share. Okay,
you don't have to, but I think it's weird
I'll stay on,
but this is the weird. You don't have to. I mean, I'm just saying you don't have to. Nobody has to drop down because of their views. I'm going to give you the very best example why. You've seen him Cupcake on here all day. If we can tolerate Cupcake, we can tolerate what seems to be a very different or not very logical views I think we all right now, quite honestly, I think we all agree. We're just scared to say this shit.
Oh,
We're
I'm
just
not
scared to
scared.
say it.
Wait, I'm not scared.
But it's just I'm just saying out loud. So I don't see if you think we're gonna get some smoke from me. No, you ain't getting no smoke from me. That's for sure. Because
No, I mean it's
I'm on the same page. I think.
Yeah, and that's fair because I mean I know a lot of the ladies think that oh well a man needs to do this, and this, and I'm not saying that the men don't because men do need to step up, but what I'm saying is the notion that you have to have a man come save you. That's what I'm hearing this young lady expressing, and that's the part that is concerning to me because you could be with someone who is a billionaire, and they may be selfish and they may not give you anything, right? Or they could be a terrible person to you. So I just want to throw that out there.
No, a perfect example of that is Ray J. You nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it.
What I do want to say is that this is her verbiage. If she was not a single mother, if she didn't have any children, what she's saying is exactly what the manosphere men would want her to say. And so they like to pick and choose who they want to say it. But this is what they would want to hear is a woman that wants to be completely dependent on them. Although that's not what they mean, because you can see in the chat, we have one in the chat saying you need 2 incomes if you're having children. So they want you to say these things, but they don't want you to believe in them. They still want you to work.
Right.
Can I say something?
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, this is truth. So, like, I'll just speak from my personal experience. There are some times when I do think that I've never been a housewife before, but there are some times when I have those moments and I think, would my life have been easier if I chose to be a housewife? Would my life be easier now if I had the option to sit at home and be a housewife and be dependent on a husband? I have those moments because navigating the corporate world, being a professional woman, is not an easy life. So I can see why some women would opt for that choice. I have to be honest. I don't think being a housewife is easy at all. But I can't say that I personally don't have those moments where I think my life might be easier being a housewife.
I had the opportunity. But it wasn't for me because I never thought that I would want to be in a position where I was beholden to anyone for my entire existence. And so it just wasn't a thing for me, wanting to sit at home and not have my own identity and not have something that I was doing for myself, earning for myself. And I can't reasonably see myself having someone tell me that I can't do something, I can't spend this, we can't go there, we can't do this because we're dependent on one income. And that was my thing why I didn't want to just sit at home.
All right, I get that. And I don't think it's an easy decision to make. I think, at least from what I've seen, I think housewives have a certain view of like women that work, and then women that work have a certain view of housewives. What I can say is true is that a lot of women that work, you're still housewives because you still have the majority of the domestic responsibilities at home. At
But
least that
they're
was
not
my situation when I when I
yeah, but
when
it's
I
not
was.
considered it's still not considered a housewife at that point.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but you still
I
you
mean
literally you have the responsibility of having a full-time job, and you also have the responsibility of managing a home. So it's like you have 2 jobs
right, you
at
do.
that point. So it's like yeah, I mean, I think that like I was saying, there are some times when I when I do have those moments and I think, would life be easier for me if I at least had the option of being a housewife, right? So like not necessarily if I was one, but if I had the option to be one. was married to someone that was well-to-do, and I had the option to stop working if I wanted to. So
Well, I was in proximity when I made my decision. I was in proximity with a housewife, and I saw how they lived, and they were dependent on his income solely. Fortunately, he was military, but at the same time, there were things that she couldn't do that she wanted to do. There were things that they couldn't enjoy because his was the only income, and so those are things that people have to consider when they want to be housewives, is that you're going to be solely dependent on that man's income alone. And unless the housewife has a side hustle that's not keeping her away from the home 24/7, I mean, well, 8 hours of the day, which is a possibility too. So it just depends. I guess there's levels to it.
Yeah, I would like to share a little bit. There's this big movement. Y'all heard of trad wife? Trad wife, traditional wife. Y'all heard of that?
No.
Okay.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I've
So
heard
it's
of it. Yeah, that's the
okay.
thing that. Yeah, I've heard of it. I'm sorry,
It's
but
okay.
yeah,
So
that's the
I'll
thing
just
that
be brief because I
Oh,
don't
my
want
bad. Go ahead.
it's okay. I'll be brief because I don't want to talk too much. But this trad wife and this soft life and all of this luxury living, these and all these self-love, all this stuff is popping up, right? But the trad wife is what I am. And it's kind of like a hybrid. It's women who've had the career, they've done all of the modern woman stuff, they've got all their degrees, and they just say, you know what, to hell with this shit. I'm tired of being a superwoman. And they just throw it in. They just throw the towel in. Now, I think to me that can make sense if you can do it. But I'm also a trad wife who's not stupid enough to throw myself out there and not have my own stuff. And that's the trick. This little young lady and so many other women who are in their 20s that try to jump out there and do that, they don't understand the consequences that come with not having your own credit. Not
Preach.
not having your own credit, not having your own car in your name, okay? Not having your own insurance in your name. You can basically survive and separate without a problem and still not take a licking and keep on ticking. I'm using it for lack of better words. But you could literally move on if you had to. So that way you can maintain standards with that man and his behavior. Because without that money, ladies, I'm sorry. I don't care how much you think somebody is how Christian or whatever thing they say philosophically. I personally believe that, and I'm not saying nothing bad about men, but it's about self-protection. That without your own, you really, really gonna pay some consequences, either now or later. Those are my thoughts.
I'm of the same mind. I think the same thing. And this person in the chat that says preaching fear. No, we're preaching reality, son. I don't care if you're older than me. You're still a son because apparently you don't understand life and reality. It's reality. It's setting yourself up so that you won't be set up for failure. It's ensuring that you and your children have stability regardless as to what happens to that man. Because let's be realistic. How many times let me dial it back because I don't want to.
No, I'm with you because things can happen to that
there
man too,
yes
right?
yes
And that's the part that people miss in these situations, and that's why two incomes is a good thing, right? Because you can save a lot more money, so that way if someone loses their job, right, or let's say they're an independent, contractor, right, and the contracts disappear, right, or your business goes kaput, right? You
yes.
have a backup. You always have to have a backup, and it's fiscally irresponsible not to. So I'm with you.
And I love that they think they struck a nerve. No, sweetheart, that it's not a nerve for me because I'm not in that situation. You guys throw out these terms and you throw out triggered and you throw out all these things. I just don't like misinformation and disinformation and people who attempt to say that the information they were putting out is not helpful to many, many, many people. See, you would like for us to stay on the plantation stuck with Mr. as opposed to living a lifestyle that would put us in proximity with men who think the same way that we do. There's plenty of men who think that the way that we do. It's just that a lot of Black women aren't in proximity to those men because they want to stay, what's the word? They want to stay loyal to Black men. They want to stay loyal to a certain culture of Black men, and it's not possible to be stagnant and stay there if you want more for yourself. And so it's important to listen to conversations that are being had on this platform and other platforms of these men speaking, so that when you get in proximity to them, even if you decided that you would go out on a date with these types of men, as soon as they say certain things, you can up and leave and you haven't wasted your time. Because I found I've not been in proximity to these men. I didn't know this genre of people existed, for a lack of a better description, because I'm not in proximity to Black men who think like that, or at least express those things out loud. The Black men that I've been around are married men, and they're married. Almost all of them are married to Black women. There are some that are married to Hispanic women, and one or two that's been married to white women. But I don't hear them talk the way that these men talk. So when I came to YouTube and I started hearing these things, I was taken aback because I hadn't heard these things expressed. And I'm like, what is going on? Is this, and to know that it's this widespread. So yes, I think we should be warning one another and warning younger women and even warning teens to look out for these things, because these men are angry. They're not interested in marriages. And so it's a disservice to young women to say, sit at home and wait for some guy to come along, especially some Black guy to come along and give you this, when you can do these things for yourself.
Absolutely. I completely 100% agree with what you just said. And I think the thing that bothers me when I hear these conversations is just the fact that we know that Black people are behind financially, and that we're encouraging people to make terrible financial decisions. This is why we're behind.
Can I share something real quick?